This is Ken Sheetz in the rains of Sedona, and my spirit guides said to get out in this rain and enjoy it, and that's what I'm doing. I know it seems totally crazy, and there's a lot of lightning out here. You might hear it in a little while. But I'm divinely protected, so. I'm remembering something I once said to a friend back in LA who was a terrible driver who would say that. And I say, why don't you give the angels a rest? I'd criticize him and he'd say, I'm divinely protected. And I'd say, give the angels a rest. But since the angels have asked me to do this, I'd say I'm safe. Or my descendants will have one of the greatest videos to make money off on YouTube ever. I am so blessed right now. I've had a healing from childhood abandonment. And if you have not had childhood abandonment issues, you really don't know what I'm talking about. You might think you know. You might feel that pain, you know, when you lose someone you love in your life. But childhood abandonment issues are not rational. They are the product of an abused childhood where someone's really done a number on you. It's taken me most of my life to overcome this abandonment, and really it's happened here in Sedona with not one, but two housemates who've come and gone. One did it very selfishly and one did it compassionately. And it was the compassion of the second housemate, Genevieve Munoz, that really turned the tide for me. That and an amazing healing from, of all people, Robin Williams. I'm very saddened by his passing because as much as I'm feeling connected to him in spirit, it's no different than the wonderful feeling of connection I've had watching every movie he's ever done, and now we'll never have another new Robin Williams movie. For his family, the abandonment must be crushing. And I'll just share with you in the blog that I did with Robin, which is meant to reach his family, and somehow I hope it will. He didn't want to abandon them. I mean, his death was no different than someone who died of a car crash. Depression, which I have suffered and overcome many times, without the use of drugs, because I feel that for me, watching a father plagued by addiction from drugs and alcohol is not a pathway for me. But Robin chose that pathway, and it's a path that leads to an exit. And from the other side, he's told me he's very sorry to his children, Zach, Zelda, and Cody, to his ex-wife, Marcia, who raised the kids with him, and to his new wife, Susan. And to all his other family. He has heaped abandonment on all of them, and his healing is that it's all really hellos and goodbyes when you get down to it. We need to say goodbye to see the new hellos. And he will see them again and say hello again. There's no question. But right now, they're suffering in the way I suffered as a child when my mother would leave unexpectedly after fights with my father where he was physically abusive, and I can't blame her for leaving. I blame her for not taking me with her. She had all these beautiful aunts and a huge family where we could have been sheltered from my father's abuse, but we were left with that angry, vindictive father who took his frustrations out on we children, me and my two brothers, also badly damaged. I truly forgave my father last night in the meditation with Robin Williams. It was not easy to do, and I didn't really do it for him. I did it for myself. I truly, truly did it for myself. Very good for hiding tears to do something like this in the rain. I'm still badly overweight from being sick here at the house. Had a bad HVAC system, and I got off all my hiking regimens and just ate and wrote, and then coughed a lot. And I'm stuck with this house. Although by Arizona law I could have broken this lease, because look at the land around me. The problem in this house is very small and very human, and this land is very big and very spiritual. So I'm kind of camping out. I had to buy a temporary HVAC system to power my air conditioning to get me through the hot summer. And we've reached this beautiful, cool, wet monsoon season here on August 18th. I'm sorry, it's August 19th. That was yesterday. And it's the first day that my housemate, for about 6 weeks, Genevieve, has moved on, and I'm feeling good. She's been reassuring that she's going to stay friends with me. We were friends before she temporarily came in here after losing her lease, and we're going to be friends after. I'm very grateful for this 6 weeks with her. She is going to be, she's so young, and she's only 27, and she's going to be such a great healer in the world, and I'm so honored to have her as a spirit daughter. I started to push that away out of my own pain. These abandonment issues are severe. I not only lost my mother to my father's abuse, I lost my grandmother to my father's abuse. He literally threw her out of the house, physically, like a bum, on a street, out of a bar, out into our backyard, and threw her suitcases after her after she tried to save me and save him from killing me on my 12th birthday, when he nearly beat me to death with a belt. I know these are intense things, but I'm trying to share with you just how severe my abandonment issues were, and that if I can heal from this, there's hope, for Robin and all who loved him. It's the only reason I'm sharing this. Well, that's not quite true. I share this out here in the rains of Sedona to wash it away. And that's why my spirit guides have had me out here. This rain is warm and it's beautiful, and I want to remember it forever. So that I don't slip back into that fear of abandonment, a fear I don't want for Robin's loved ones. The last in the abandonment trio of my childhood is my Aunt Katie, a beautiful, blue-eyed, black-haired Irish woman who loved me with a fiery passion and gave me hope when I was always so down from my father's beatings. And I lost her as a teenager to alcoholism. She got straightened out for a little while and was building a beautiful family with a new husband, and then the alcoholism got her. It got her. It literally came and got her. And that's why I dedicate a lot of my work to healing addiction. Right now I have a brother who's suffering from alcoholism and has been in jail for the first time in 20 years, falling off the wagon. I pray for his recovery, and I've told him I will not see him again until he gets a good, solid recovery program going. And I mean that. And you know now why I do. I simply can't stand by and watch him destroy himself. I can't be part of that. As much as I love him, and I love this guy a lot. So here in the cleansing rains of Sedona, I send forth some of this healing energy to my brother in the hopes that he will get into a solid recovery program. Near Beer is not a recovery program, my brother. It's not. This is Ken Sheetz signing off as the rains end here in Sedona. Thanks.